Hey folks, once again it's me, Stephen Hughes. Welcome to my One Healthy Hughes channel here on YouTube. And it's almost a month and I've lost 12 pounds. I've changed the way I eat and I feel fantastic. And today I'm going to talk to you about a couple of things which I think you're going to find interesting, important, and they may help you make some decisions in your life. Let's just face it, folks. We eat foods every day that are made by companies and corporations which have to keep up with other companies and corporations, because when one big boy is selling you something bad, the other big boy has got to sell you something just as bad so they can keep up with their competition. But you don't have to be a victim of their evil system. You can opt out and not be a victim of eating bad food. It's been a month now. I've lost 12 pounds, and I probably eat more than I've ever eaten in my life. I eat tons of fruits, tons of vegetables, a lot of beans. I've learned how to make different dishes with fruits and vegetables and even beans. I started making my own hummus, and let me tell you, this stuff tastes great. I eat it with celery, I eat it with carrots, I eat it with vegetables. It's good stuff. Today I want to talk to you about foods, and there's something that's important that you should know about foods. That most of you might know, you may know it already, or you may not even know about it. Packaged foods, basically, things that are sitting on shelves, they're really dead foods. There's really no nutritional value to these things. If you're going to eat stuff that's on a shelf that's been sitting there for weeks at a time, how healthy could it be? The enzymes are dead, the vitamins are dead, the minerals are dead, or maybe they have inorganic minerals and vitamins in them to begin with, so they weren't good for you to begin with. You know, you see a lot of products out there, zero trans fats, it's got this, added vitamin C, added calcium, this, that, the other thing. Good for you, now with vitamin K, now with this, that, the other thing. The truth of the matter is, you can get most of your vegetables, most of your fruits, and most of your beans and everything else, okay, in their raw state to where they have the nutrients that you know they're going to have in them. They weren't touched by man. They weren't processed. They weren't refined. They weren't changed. The characteristics weren't colored. Things like that. Organic fruits and vegetables, number one, okay? Beans. Buy your beans in a bag, soak them in water, or you can boil them for like 6 or 7 minutes and let them soak for about 2 or 3 hours and you'll have perfect beans. You want to try to drink distilled water. You don't want to mess with New York City tap water or any other kind of tap water from any sinks. You don't want inorganic minerals coming from your water. They're going to float around in your body. Let's just face it. Food education is something we're not really getting today on TV, okay? All you're doing is buying more drugs because you see a drug commercial every 5 minutes on TV. Now, think about this one. Don't you think there's something wrong with the simple fact that drug companies advertise on TV now for the last few years? I find something wrong with that because it seems that they know something that we don't know. Okay? And the truth is, I've never seen drugs advertised so much on television. I mean, purple pills falling from the sky with people smiling. And you have a drug for this, a drug for that. Don't know how to breathe right? Take this. Don't know how to do this? Take that. Feeling uncomfortable? Take this. You have mental problems? Take that. You have stress? Take that. Listen, folks, if you don't find something wrong with drugs being advertised on television, then, you know, you need to get your head checked out, because they're actually telling you, you're getting sick. We know you're going to get sick because of all the garbage food you're eating and putting in your body, and you're going to need this stuff. So stop being a victim and start thinking. Use your brains on what you're eating. Eat more fruits, more vegetables. Eat your meats. From free-range farms. You know, you want your cattle to walk around on a farm and eat grass. Cows don't eat corn. They're not supposed to eat corn and be cooped up in stables all day. You know, chickens that you know, eat feces and all kinds of other things that are cooped up in these stables that eat corn all day. Okay, and the grain is laced with all kinds of chemicals and hormones and additives and antibiotics. What these animals eat is what you're eating, because you're eating the animal. And remember, you are what you eat. So pay attention to this stuff. It's really important. Another thing is, I want to talk to you about making these smoothies. You know, in the last month, I've been making smoothies with these powders like spirulina, chlorella, maca powder. I've been using flax seeds, chia seeds. And let me tell you something. I eat some of this stuff. I drink some of these smoothies. more should I say. I drink these smoothies and a half an hour later, my whole body feels like it's got this charge of energy, but it's not like this fake charge of energy you get from like sugar and sweetened products and carbohydrates and stuff like that. This is like this source of energy. I feel like, you know, I could stay lit as long as I want to and it just doesn't die. I have enough energy all day to do what I need to do. Another thing that I noticed is I stopped using sugar a month ago. Okay, and I noticed there's a big difference in the way my bones and my body feel. I don't know if it's the sugar, I don't know if it's this distilled water that I'm drinking, but something. I don't feel as stiff anymore. I feel a lot looser. And every week, as you know, I take one day off and I don't eat. I have breakfast that day. Like today is a day that I had breakfast, and I'm starting what most people call a fast. But to me, it's not a fast. It's a 24 to 36 hour period where I don't put anything in my body but water. And I also use some Bragg organic apple cider vinegar 2 or 3 times a day while I'm doing this, just to help eliminate some of the toxins that are floating around in my system. And I feel a lot better. So educate yourself about food, people. Remember, corporations have employees. They have to employ people. People need jobs, so it's this big evil system. The stuff that's on the shelf is being paid for by you, which in turn is paying somebody else to have a job. So you don't have to get caught up in that system. Just eat what you like, because you'll be employing different types of people. You'll be employing farmers that are picking stuff from farms that care about the crops, and you'll be making yourself healthy by being educated and knowing what you're eating. Stop eating all the packaged food. Anything with preservatives in it, hydrogenated oils, you know, preservatives, sodium nitrates, nitrites, all that garbage is so bad for you. And it just floats around in your body, excuse me. So, get an education on food. Thanks for joining me on my channel. Keep coming back, because I'm going to keep coming back and putting these videos up here. Hopefully I can help you change the way you eat, the way you think about food, and hopefully you're going to lose a lot of weight and feel great and get in the best shape of your life with me. And thanks for joining the YouTube. Remember, subscribe to my channel. Send me an email if you want. I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to hear what your thoughts are on my videos. So I'll be back in a few days with another video. And until then, thanks for joining me.